What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome back to Endure, Believe, Rise. I hope this message reaches you in good energy. I hope you and your loved ones are in good health. I'm continuing the series that I was doing about the books that contributed the most to my mindset, my chakra, my credo, so to speak. I had a question asked to me on a earlier video where what were the books that contributed the most to who I am, right? And my mindset. And, you know, if you've seen my videos, if you watch my videos, then you know exactly what those mindsets are, right? It's one that views obstacles and challenges as building blocks and stepping stones to achieve the goals that we want, not as permanent failures or things that will set us back, but things to grow upon, to go forward with the motivational and inspirational energy to tackle challenges head on and to go after the things that we want in life, right? So the first book was the 48 Laws of Power. Go check out that video. It was awesome. And the second book is going to be the Law of Attraction by Esther and Jerry Hicks, right? Now, I did mention in that video, and I'm going to mention in this one, that either one of those books could be flopped out, right? Number one could easily be The Law of Attraction by Esther and Jerry Hicks. Number two could easily be 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene, or vice versa. In my opinion, it really depends on what you're struggling with or what part of me would have found the books. So, and it's hard to list them because of depending on my mindset or when I'm mentoring someone and giving advice, that which one you should read first. See, the 48 Laws of Power is all defense. It does have strategies that you can implement. It does teach you how to bear your fangs and claws. But the purpose for me introducing the 48 Laws of Power into people's lives is not necessarily for the tactics and strategies that are used in there, but to know them and be able to counter them, to be able to identify them, to be able to say, oh, I know what he's doing. This is the reversal for that. Oh, I know what he's doing. This is how I protect myself from that. Oh, I know what he's doing. This is how I inspire others to overcome that, right? The law of attraction is all offense, okay? This is how you get what you get. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, you know? And as I was doing this video and I was reading some of my highlights in the book, underlining some of my notes that I've taken on it, I was realizing I need to go back and read this book some more, you know, because I'm utilizing this stuff every day, but I need to be more emphasized on it. And that's how powerful this book is. Just one or two lines out of it will begin to open your mind and unfold it. Your mind, your chakra, your energy, the way that you're creating is like a piece of paper that's balled up. It's like somebody took a piece of paper and crunched it up. Matter of fact, it's like somebody took several pieces of paper and crumbled it up. The law of attraction helps you take those pieces of paper and start to straighten them back out. Lets you start to read what's on them. And I couldn't think of a better analogy to describe the law of attraction than that. Because let me read to you what the definition by Esther and Jerry Hicks is, anyway, of what the law of attraction is. So here it is, right? The law of attraction says, that which is like unto itself is drawn. Now, when I first read that, I was like, But as I read it more, the next analogy they use, birds of a feather flock together. See, now that's something that I always preach. I will forever preach. You need to watch who you hang around with. You need to watch who you allow in your inner circle. You need to watch who you decide to spend your free time with, because at the end of the day, and this is my quote, right? All day, I'll preach this all day. You show me who you're hanging around with, and I'll show you what you'll be doing in 5 years. You know, because at the end of the day, you're going to end up getting influenced by what they're doing, and vice versa, right? So your friends will tell you who you are. Your friends will tell me who you are. You show me who your friends are, I'll tell you who you are. You show me who you're hanging around with, and I'll show you what you'll be doing in 5 years. But the law of attraction says that which is, you know, like itself is also drawn onto itself, right? So that means your constant state of mind, your being, your mannerisms, your behaviors are going to attract onto you the things that you want. You're going to develop the things in your life by who you decide to be, what you decide to think about. See, there's another quote that feeds into the law of attraction that says, thoughts become things. You think about something long enough, you start to talk about it. You start to talk about it long enough, you'll start to do it. You do it long enough, it becomes a habit. It becomes a behavior. It becomes something that's hard to stop. Case in point, number one example that I have is a friend of mine whose husband is a scholar, meaning he loves to go to school. He's studying to get his master's, right? And he's been going to school, just pretty much his entire life. Well, she didn't like it. She hated it, honestly, and she didn't like the fact that, he was always, working, and he was always at school. And he made time for her, but there was times where it was like, it feels like I'm being neglected because you're at school. So, long story short, they ended up coming to terms with the time spent with each other, right? This is the time you're going to spend at school. This is the time we're going to spend together. We're going to make allowances so that we can make sure that our relationship is good. But I'm still going to set a time aside to achieve my personal goals, which is fair to both parties. Like, don't get me wrong. I understand both sides. He has a goal he wants to achieve to better himself. She wants to make sure that their relationship is not neglected and they don't grow apart. These are both goals that he should have too, right? Because your goal as a husband is should be to make sure that you and your wife have a strong, beautiful, growing, and blossoming relationship, right? Shouldn't just be like, okay, we're good, I can neglect her. But also, I understand wanting to better yourself, to constantly improve, right? So anyway, they worked that out. The point of the story is not that. The point of the story is, so as the years go forward, he's still going to school. He's doing his job as his husband. He's not neglecting his wife, but he's still going to school. Well, she starts to become fascinated with, what is he studying? Why is he studying it? Would I be interested in it? She wasn't. But she found some stuff that she was interested in. So guess what? Now they both are going to school. Different subjects, different titles that they're trying to, certifications that they're trying to go for, but both are going to school. And now that shows you exactly like that which I am drawn unto will draw unto me, right? That which I am is drawn unto me. Birds of a feather flock together. You will become who you hang around with. Show me who your friends are and I'll show you who you are. The law of attraction teaches you how to become better. I have nowhere near enough time, unless I read it page by page and break it down page by page, to tell you how significant this book is. Because it isn't just the law of attraction they talk about. They also talk about the law of deliberate creating, the law of allowing, and the segment intending. Now, I will touch briefly on each one of those, right? So the law of attraction teaches you how you're getting what you're getting, right? The law of deliberate creating teaches you how to start to use that law of attraction. Like, okay, so this is why things come to me in the way that they come to me. This is why I've been manifesting things incompletely or not the way that I completely want them to. This is how I love that's what the law of attraction states, right? The law of deliberate creation teaches you how to fix that, how to use the law. Once you understand the law, you can start to use the law, right? Okay. The law of allowing allows you to understand that other people may have different views of you. Other people may have different views of themselves and how the world is going on. And you don't have to correct those things for you to get what you want. And I used to think that. I used to think if somebody has the wrong opinion of me, it's my job to educate them on who I really am, right? It's time for me to say, you know what? I'm not that. And it's time for me to prove it to you. The law of allowing shows you how to move forward, even though other people's opinions of you might not be the opinion you have of yourself. Even though other people's expectations of you might be lower than that of yours, of your own. The law of allowing is almost as important as the law of attraction, but you can't understand it until you understand the law of attraction, right? So there was a couple of quotes I was going to read on the book. I'll probably just put them on the wall and make a couple of videos out of them. Honestly, now that I've started to read it, it's just, man, so much knowledge, so much wisdom, so much awesomeness in this book. I have so many things that have been highlighted, and honestly, I'm glad that the question was asked about me about my 5 greatest books, because I need to go back and read this one. Now, this one isn't as beat up as the 48 Laws of Power, because a lot of times I like to teach people defense. Like I said, the 40 laws of power was number one. This one was number two. I like people to keep people defense before offense. Like, let's make sure that nobody else is going to abuse and use you anymore before we start to build our castle. Like, let's get them up off of you. Right now, I don't want to teach you to start swinging and then you start breaking your knuckles. I don't want to teach you about jujitsu and you end up, dislocating your ligaments or your joints, so to speak. Let's first teach you how to keep them from doing to you what they've been doing to you, because people do stuff to you. People do have malicious intents. People do have things that they're trying to impose upon you that they shouldn't, right? You got to understand, some people don't have the best intentions for you. So let's teach you how to block that first. Now that we teach you how to block that, now that we've manifested that you're valuable, that your life matters, not only does it matter and you need to defend yourself, but now what you want matters. What you need matters. Who you want to be matters. So we teach you how to defend yourself. Then we teach you how to go ahead and start to build upon who you're supposed to be. So those are that's why I have them in the order that I have them in, right? So again, it could be either one, vice versa. But yeah, that was the law of attraction. It is a bit beat up. It is a little weathered because I do use it quite a bit, or at least I have in the past. I haven't gone to it in a while because I haven't done a lot of mentoring on that topic. But and a lot of the stuff I have already up here, but I'm going to go back and read it some more because I definitely saw some stuff that I need to freshen up on. So check it out, Law of Attraction by Esther and Jerry Hicks. All right, guys, I need you to take care of yourselves. Please, be kind to one another. Keep me in your prayers. I'll forever keep you in mind. Endure, believe, rise.